What do you reckon, guys? Should we go in? We've had enough, yeah? Right, guys, so the old EdShed, where this would go, no idea, but grey stone chip, that's all I had. I like to put white on it, they wouldn't let me, they said no, no, no. So I've used one tin. Unfortunately the bloody nozzle broke off, so I lost a lot. I lost all the bit that I don't want to open another whole tin because I'll waste that. So in a minute, let's say that's got the bits I needed to do. The rest of it I could do with an aerosol. I think I've got an aerosol stone chip somewhere. But I did a bit under the wheel arch this side because I was trying to use it up before I realised I hadn't got all of it on that side. Got it a bit thin there, look, on the ground. But we'll get to it. So, as I said before, I just wanted to get that done. It's done. What I might do is try and find the black paint, engine paint, and maybe just paint the engine. Where the hell that'll be, I don't really know. It's out there somewhere. High engine temperature paint. This is it. What's the colour? That's black. I don't think that's any good. But it's black. So maybe we can paint the block. Maybe paint the inner manifolds off. Still got things to do. Anyway, look guys. I know I says do this, do that. Yeah, it's easy. But it ain't easy when it's just you doing it. So, that's done. Couldn't get a gear stick to work. I've got a couple of gear sticks, not one of them would work. Obviously the inlet manifolds over there, I've got to block a few like vacuum pipes off of it and just leave one for the servo, which I'm probably not going to have. So maybe I don't know, we'll see. And obviously I got that on, as you know, so whatever video he may or may not put on. So that's going to take at least overnight to dry, and I just wish I had another one. I wish I could, but I haven't got. And I was going to say, well, you could have done that, and you should have used all of it up in one go. Yeah, I should have done lots of things, but I didn't. So I'm going to have to say to myself, I could do with what I've done there. That'll be enough for me to get that engine in. Obviously, where it isn't got any, I might have to try and dust them in at a later date when I'm doing something else. But for the minute, that's in. Okay, so, yeah, paint the engine. Not quite why, I don't know, but we will. And maybe, I don't want to do any welding really if I can help it. But we'll see how I feel. That looks so much better. Just don't want to do any grinding. Anyway, see you soon. Alright guys, this is just real quick because the camera, it's just not charging anymore. So, we've blanked off these, which are two extras, which we don't need because we're only having twin SUs anyway. So, the manifold had to come off to get the engine in anyway. So the engine's in, and I painted the engine. I'm not overly keen on the engine paintwork, but I don't like paintwork at the best time. But you can see it's got to come back that way. But look, if it comes back that way, what happens there? So I'm going to do some surgical slice and dicing in that transmission tunnel a bit more. Then I need to narrow that tunnel really up quite a lot to get it up closer to around the box for my individual bucket seats. I'm not using them. Got a couple of bits of weld now, but I want to sort of get the engine in. Main reason because if I get the engine, I can get the front suspension back in. And my two assistants arriving a day late, $1 short. But yeah, so if we can get, I think this little one's hurt his foot. Don't know what you've done. I don't know what you've done. I saw you were limping, weren't you? You were limping away. I don't know whether you got metal on your foot. What have you done? But anyway, it's got to come back because I've got to get it back to clear the fan. Well, sort of no, to clear the water pump, because I'm not buying another water pump. I'm not doing anything else with the water pump for the moment. A vertical overflow housing, and I didn't do that, but I can do that when it's in place. I can do all that when it's in place. I did give it a coat of grey paint, as you can see. Not necessarily the best grey paint in the world, but it's a grey paint. Now obviously, once that's in, this can go back in. This is going to get maybe a little bit of clean up. Not a lot, to be honest, but it's going to get a bit. We might just get some new bushes. I don't know. We'll see. What do you think? What do you think? He says, I don't know. He says, you do whatever you want, just as long as you feed me. He came really proudly with a oily rag in his mouth, didn't you? Like you caught yourself an oily rag and blowing around the garden. Anyway, so quickly, now, this is all sorted out, blah, blah, and that must be strong, because guess what? Look, I'm actually on the end of the sill. Both sides. I had nothing moved. So, I obviously got it right. I don't know. I had to roll it back. I had to get the lift back, because I've got to get the engine crane around here. And I'm going to have to lift that engine up. So, obviously this is going to have to go somewhere. I don't know. Wish this could just go in the car, but I mean, it will. Once I get the engine in. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Is it looking better? And as I said before, the engine bay, pedal box, the mass cylinder, I'm going to do those tonight with the help of possibly some gin. I've done that. I've done this. I've got the gearbox cross member. I've got the metal for the cross member here ready. And I've got the idea for the cross member. Well, I want to get the engine fitted on here and here first, so that I can lift it up to make the cross member. You know, the cross member is really at the back of that gearbox, look, where the transmission tunnel is getting quite narrow. So all that worrying about whether it's going to be wide enough, I think is not going to be needed. But anyway, so I'm going to call a halt to it there. Say, come on, guys. We're getting there slowly. I haven't done any more welding. I may, depending on how I feel, depending on how much gin I have, I might try and cut the panels. I don't really want to cut myself to pieces, so, but I'm going to have to. So you know what I mean. Look, if I can make the inner arch up on that side, I can get that fitted. It's a bit of a bugger to get the wheel off, and with the spat on, the spat's going to have to be removable quicker. You know, it's going to have to be an 8mm wing nut. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. But let's look from here. Spirit level and transmission tunnel. Yeah, come on, looking good. Like and subscribe, follow us about, and hey, see you soon. Right, guys. So just a quick sort of mention here, because it's the same night as I painted the engine. They fit. Can't find the nut. I found a nut, but I'm going to have to drill it out, and I don't really want to damage it. So I know there's a proper stepped washer for there, and I've got it, and it's here somewhere. So yeah, so that's in. That's in. As you can see, that's got to come up quite a way. It's got to come up quite a bit. And obviously that can drop at the front when I get the bolts in, and then I can adjust it on the engine stabilizer, and then I can make the cross member. The gear stick, it's a little bit sort of in the middle there. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I don't care. It'll be fine. So obviously, like I say, with a bit of help from the fur friends, we've done it. We got it in, didn't we? We got it in. Yeah, we did. So obviously, they're only interested in one thing, and it's called food. Get your little furry face out of me. So yeah, so that's it. And the holes line up, so I got it in the right place. Marvellous, wasn't it? Marvellous, really. So, manifold's done. Cross member is the next job. Whether I do it tonight, I don't know. We'll see. It's getting late. Look at that. There's a full moon up there. Look at that. Look at that. Can I move? That'd be great. So, I'm probably going to have to say, oh! Okay, alright, I won't say that. He's going to say it because he won't go away. Go away! Stop! Yeah, so I had to slice a bit of the mortelle out to get that. I don't know. Can't drop the engine down anymore, so it's not the motors are right. So, and the floor's square. So I don't know. We'll see. It'll be fine. It's not going to move anyway because it's an IRS. So for me and the fur face, who is absolutely just purring himself silly tonight. Yeah, he wants me to go. I'll go and feed him. And I'm going to come back. I've got to find some bolts. I've got to find 2, 4, 6. I've got to find 6 5/16 bolts, and then that'll be done. Yeah. Come on. I don't know whether they're going to get that radiator past this. I don't know. I don't think we will, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not really too fast. I'll get it in. Don't worry about it. Okay, so can you get off me and let me go and do some work? Oh, I found some bolts for the hinges. Can't find the hinges though. So we'll come back to that hopefully when we get a little bit further. And yeah, look, she's resting on the sill. Here's my word, it must be alright. So, per goodbye. Alright guys, so it's the same night or the same day as I painted the engine. So it's in. The engine's in and the front subframe's back in. And she's sitting like that. Obviously she's going to settle down, I know that. And I didn't do the top bushes on the suspension, because that's going to have to come out again. It's going to have to come out, so come on. Just look, I'm doing what I can. And the problem is it's not easy when you're doing it on your own. So I've still got to cut the bolts to get the engine out on this side, only because the gearbox has got to go that way. But I had to get it down because this suspension was resting really, really nicely on that back corner. So I wanted to get the lift forward, bring the car forward, and then I can then get under there to do the gearbox mounting. So the gearbox mounting shouldn't be too bad because I don't know whether you can see there's 2 cotton rails coming out each side. I can let it down on the thing. I've got it pulled quite high up, so I can let it down to get it there. I've got a lock tab and a little bit of messing to do under there, but that'll be alright. I'm going to narrow that transmission tunnel on both sides, and I'm going to make a new bulkhead. Alright. Anything else? No, I think that's about it. I need to get it cleaned out inside. Okay, so I don't know whether you got any of that last one because the battery seemed to be completely dead. So, engine in, front subframe back in, and no, it's just put in place. It's not bolted down. It's just dangling. But it's up on the lift. It stood on its trestles. Now, the reason it stood on the trestles is quite simple. Get out of the way, you little furry bugger. Is I need to do the gearbox mount. And when it's up on here, I can do all the welding, climbing about. I just can't do too much on the engine because it's too high. But I'm going to clean out inside. Look, cleaned out. I've got some welding to do there. Got to clean that out. I can pull the lift back, open that door, and I can do the steering column if I have to, and do a few other jobs. So, hopefully, when next time you see it, a lot more will be done. Talk to you soon.